giddy up, go. That was a bit of a not very smooth gear change or clutch lift off, was it? It's a hydro clutch on this. Hydro clutch, and it can be a bit. It doesn't bite very well. I think it's getting old, really. The one on the other McCormick's a bloody nightmare, to be honest, because it just goes from on to off. And I spoke to someone about it. I had a lot of money to fix that. So it's sort of at the moment living with it. It's not ideal. Right. So I'm not going round and round now. I'm going up and down into chunks, breaking it down into pieces. We're going to go on the first bit, which actually is nearly the same as going round and round, because you're going up the headlands and then you'll be back down. Back down that bit there. I used to go between the trees. How lovely. I gotta say it again, hell of a crop of grass. And then maximum West Country pirate, hell of a crop of grass. He got hell of a crop of grass, he has, that funky farmer, hell of a crop of grass, that funky farmer, hell of a crop of grass. So I'm now breaking down to blocks. There is a bit of a banging noise on my mower, which I'm a little bit concerned about. It's usually when I'm just lifting it up. I can't see anything obvious. I've been and felt I turned the PCO off mine first and the tractor off, but I went and felt the belts, because normally quite often the belts do slip off. I say normally quite often, but sometimes the belts do slip off, and you have a problem with that. It's not that. So my only concern is there's some sort of maybe a bearings going or something like that. We'll probably find out when there's a huge bang. Let's hope that that isn't the case. Well, just mowing here, and there's the forager going along now. That's not for us. That's not ours as well. That's a class one. Samson's got a fence. That's off somewhere else, don't know who that is. No, we're getting on with this alright. The mower's still not broken yet. So it's quite a funny thing seeing that forager going along there, because it's, I don't know about you, but it's almost majestic seeing it go by there. It's almost like an animal. Maybe a bit like a dinosaur or something, or an elephant with a trunk over the back or something. A bit weird, really. Anyway, yeah, so this is going alright so far. The weather is looking a bit cloudy. I'm winging it a bit. We're winging it on this, whether we're going to get this right or not. Gambling on the weather. There is a bit of rain due forecast for between about 5 and 6 tonight, and then it's clear, especially clear all day tomorrow. So I'm hoping if we get rain, it'll be light, and then it'll be all right for tomorrow. Last week, of course, it was really nice last week, and I couldn't do it. Anyway, change the subject. How many of you are going to the Royal Show? Because I'm going to the Royal Show on the Monday. Believe it or not, I've actually been invited by the Royal Show to go up there and do some videoing. So we're all going as a family. We'll be there. I'm hoping to capture a little bit of everything. So hopefully we'll bump into a few of you. My first ever trip to the Royal Show, Royal Welsh Show that is, I should say. The Royal Welsh Show. Now, we'll see you there. I'm there on the Monday. Crack on. Chunk down in this field, So I've done a third of it. Look at this, just striking out across through the middle of this bit. That bit's done over there. Done all the headlands. So probably about halfway through really, if you count the fact that I've done the headlands as well. I don't know what time it is now. 20 to 12. Stop for 1 o'clock at lunch. Probably have most of it done by then, hopefully. And then I'm into the next field there. I won't film all that. Just get a little bit of this done, and then see how we go. Stop for lunch. Can you guess what's in my sandwiches? Can you guess? See you in a minute. It's sandwich time. Hammer time. Sandwich time. Hell of a crop of grass. Bit clanky. Don't really like the sound of that. Not getting to look into it now, but if I can get through this, maybe I will have to buy a new mower. Right, more than halfway through now. Mower's still holding out, makes some conky noises. I can keep going for a little bit, and then I'll stop for lunch. Have you guessed my lunch yet? Can you tell what it is yet? I've just noticed the top of the mower guy, he's gone from what we call new ground into Hawkins, and then I think he'll be back down what we call rough horse hay at the end. So that'll be just about when I'm going into the big mead. So I think I could probably get a bit of video of him when he's doing the big mead. No, he's not doing it. What am I talking about? He's doing rough horse hay. I'm getting my field names mixed up. It's interesting, I guess everyone's got, if you're a farmer, I don't know, you probably got all your own field names. I mean, obviously we've got home ground, which is the one next to the farm, second ground, the one 2 fields away, third ground, 3 fields away. But other ones, Collier's Lease and Pendix and things like that. But is that a British thing? Do you have field names out in America or Australia or France or whatever? How do they call it? Or do they call them, I think they call them feedlots, don't they, in America? Do they have names? Or are they just numbers or something? I don't know. It's something I've never thought about before. Let me know. It's not a COVID cough, by the way. It's just a bit dusty in this cap. That's why I'm coughing. Right, I'm going to crack on with this. I'm looking forward to my sarnies. There's Tommy Gray moving some cattle. What's going on there? Got a big box on the back of that tractor. The Grays are the local farmer up the road. They did their silage making last week. They got in when it was dry. It's dry now. Supposed to rain later, supposed to be okay tomorrow. Let's fingers crossed it stays okay. We're battling on down. If things go okay, I'll be finished within about 3/4 hour on this, and I'm stopping for lunch. Cracking on. I've just done a piece talking to the camera about the last 5 minutes and then realised it pressed the record button. Oh dear. Anyway, we are on the last bit. I'm just going around the headland here. You can probably see behind me. The headland's the last bit I do. So what you tend to do, as you probably notice, is you drive on the headland to start the mowing off. So you have to go back at the end to finish it off. So we're going to do that, and then I'm stopping for my lunch or dinner, depending where you are. Some people call it dinner, some people say stop for my bait. A lot of people have dinner in the evening, don't they? Dinner, 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 Batman, dinner, dinner, dinner. So I'm stopping for my lunch. I got my trusty packed lunch. Have you guessed what's in it yet? If you looked on Facebook yesterday, on my Funky Farmer Facebook page, you would have seen a clue of what I'm having. Anyway, we'll stop in a minute. I'm nearly done. We'll stop in a minute and then we'll stop for lunch. I'm starving. Alright, just drive over here. I've got to drop the got to straight put that into transport mode in a minute for I'm going to go into the shade here. It's a nicer place to be in the shade. What's in the bag? Oh, I need my drink. Although, actually, I've just remembered I bought another drink with me. I got my special treat for lunch. I got myself a can of ginger beer. Look at that. Right. So let's have a look. Look at this. That's cool. Biscuit. Look at that biscuit. That is cool. Right, my lunch was a little bit DIY-ish because I hadn't planned it very well. Ugh. And I think it might have leaked all over. Right. Look at that. Sellotape that up. This is a bit cool for me. I got a bit of couscous, some olives, some sun-dried tomatoes in there. Left over from barbecue the other night. Hula hoops. And now obviously I've got a couple of vegan bakes in here for me. Or have I? Oh. Now what? Oh, this is all gone a bit squidgy. What I have got really is corned beef. That is the food of the gods. I don't know about you, I love corned beef. Look, this is British corned beef. It was in a pack. So British corned beef. But I've also got some cheese and some pickle in with it, a bit of lettuce. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm, 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 mmm. 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 That was lovely. Oh. I love corned beef. Mmm. I get told off for speaking with my mouthful on some of these videos, but I'm going to virtually inhale this. Oh, door's going to slam. Very windy. Door's going to blow shut in a minute. I think the gas is gone in the cylinder. That is beautiful. British corned beef as well from Tesco. Got my ginger beer. The thing I find, I've always got a hell of an appetite. If anyone knows me, I eat a lot. Partly because I'm supposed to work outside, but I just keep eating. I can just keep eating all the time. Once I start, I can't stop. This has hardly touched the sides. Anyway, I messed up. So I meant to get a pasty or a pork pie and I didn't have time. So anyway, there you go. Right, I'm going to carry on my lunch and we'll carry on a bit afterwards. All right, crack on. Well, this is yummy too. However, I've just discovered that all the olive oil out of here has leaked all over my apple. So I now have an olive oil infused apple. Nice. Oh, we got half my lunch on my face. Just sitting here, I just noticed while I'm sat here, Dutch elm disease here. Look, this elm tree's just going. Just going, look. The branch is alright, just about alright on the edge there, but look, the whole tree's dying at the top. Well, you can see next to it, the ash is still here. And there's an ash tree there. We'll have a look at them when, hopefully, they've survived it for the summer. But the elm tree definitely had it. Okay, so that's lunch sorted. just going to put that in transport mode, drive in there. I've got another field to do. We'll have a quick look at that maybe in the middle. I'm not going to do a whole load more filming of that. We might have a look at the other tractor though. Let's have a look. That's the farmer taking it easy. Right, so into Big Mead now. So permanent pasture, not as productive as that, which is a newer lay, but this is still really good. Still a hell of a crop of grass. Still, I mean, it's come on so well. That drop of rain we had last week and a bit earlier in the week, that's really pushed it. And we are going to be good. I'm really pleased. Hell of a crop of grass. Come on, you're all saying it now, all together now. The funky farmer's got hell of a crop of grass. Right, let's crack on. Well, I've only been round here once, and you can see I'm not joking. There is a good crop of grass out everywhere in our fields this year, and this one's a good one to judge it on because some years there's hardly anything out here. This is cold, wet clay down here. It doesn't grow very well down here. It's permanent pasture. And it had some muck on it, but not very much. It only had fur, so it didn't get pushed as much as some fields. Yet it's still got a lot of grass on it. So, you know, I mean, I've mown this out here before now, where the flipping mower is just skimming along. You can see, I mean, you know, behind me there's a good bit in the road. Some years I've mown this, and it's like flipping mowing a billiard table, and you're desperate to get that grass in the clamp. Now I wouldn't say, hey, you know, compared with a lot of farms, this is amazing, but for what I know it normally produces, this is pretty good. So it's all looking good. I noticed the big mower is he's probably just stopped for his lunch. He was underneath the tree up there, so he stopped for his lunch, same as me. I wonder if he had corned beef and hula hoops. I wonder what everyone else has in there then. But I'm going to go across and let's see if I can get a bit of video once he starts going round a bit. He's on the last field on Rough Horse, it's the nearest one to this. I should just nip over the hedge and have a quick look. He'll finish half the farm in half the time it takes me to do this. But hey ho, I like doing a bit myself. Right, just letting the forager in. I had the other gate tied up with barbed wire because of certain people that like to go poaching, so we're coming around here, but we've got the heifers here, look, not a good mix, so we're going to try and let him in. I'm going to try and let him in without flipping without the cattle coming in, which won't be easy. Right, let me just turn this off a minute, I better concentrate on the job. Tight squeeze there. Oh, is he going to get through that gate? Just about. Let's get this one shut. No, you're not coming in. You'll have that done in no time with that. You can just see the blades in there, look. There's a mower conditioner, so what it's doing with this, it's not like mine where it's all long. This is already sort of semi-chopping it as it goes. That's actually still quite damp, quite surprising. But this will dry out a lot quicker with that. Well, I'll get back to my mowing in a minute, but let's just watch him come around once. That's a coon, I think. Right, let's get going. We've got a lame heifer here as well. I'm going to have to deal with that another day. 388. Look at that, swollen foot. That's not good. You're going to have to come up, aren't you? Well, I don't know whether you caught a glimpse of that a little bit just then, but 388. Got a bad front foot, that heifer. Looks to me like she's got a thorn or a stone in her front foot. We'll have to get that up. Lift that up. I'll have to look at it. I was just chatting to the chap in the tractor. There's always something. You can never sit back and go, do you know what? I've done it, or there's nothing left to do on this farm. I'm bored. I might sit down for a couple of days and do nothing. There's always something, and that's something that is cow's foot, heifer foot I've got to deal with. That's why you've regularly got to check your cattle. You can't just leave them out. You can't leave a heifer with a bad foot in a field for ages. It'll just could get really nasty. Right, let's get on with this. We'll just have a little look at the end. All right, cheers all. Done. I got this bit to do. There are storm clouds appearing. It's looking a bit grey up there, like, can you see? Looking at the weather forecast, they're talking about rain about 6 o'clock. But I'm thinking, actually looking at the forecast, we might be really lucky. We might have just timed this right. So we got about an hour's worth of rain coming over between about 6 and 7, I think. Although it might not be that heavy. After that, we got a clear period of about 24 hours, and that should give us enough time to get majority of the silage in the clamp before it starts raining again. So if we're really lucky, we've grabbed the window that isn't too bad. And the other thing as well, it's quite windy at the moment. That wind will blow off the rain, and I think it's probably better to be rained and mowed on. No, that makes sense. Grass is mowed to be rained on than actually upstanding, because it will get wetter stood up than it will if it's on. It's just on the top of the bit I mowed otherwise. I know what I'm talking about. Right, I'll see what it's like later. I think I'll be finished about 6. So we'll have a look then whether the rain's coming or not. If we're really lucky, we'll get through it and it won't be too bad. I got a splash of rain on my windshield. Got a windshield, a windscreen. Can you see that? Probably can't see that. The clouds, it's very grey over there. There's definitely rain on my windscreen. And I've probably got half an hour's worth of mowing left to do. I'm going to carry on regardless. I'm going to get this done, nailed down. Fingers crossed this is just going over. I think I can actually see the rain coming towards me. Because you can usually see it. It looks like grey mist. If I look, yeah, I can. Look, it's starting to get heavy on the wind. Look, if I look up there, through the trees, and it looks like hazy, it's coming towards me. Definitely raining. Not good. Wouldn't normally mow in rain, but I'm committed now. I think you've all got to put your fingers crossed that we're going to get a dry bit after this. It's a tricky week, you know. If I don't do it today, I don't know when it was going to be. So we've either gambled and cocked up, or we gambled and we're alright. Tomorrow we'll bring another day. Let's have a look. Right, I'm signing off now, guys. Funky Farmer in the rain, Mowing for Silage 2022. Fingers crossed we'll be alright tomorrow.